Hello, my name's Kai and I'm here for an unboxing video for the GoPro Hero 13 Black Creator Edition, and this is CaiLife. Just notice the fact of how ominous this must look, because I've got a box, a table, a nice cup of coffee here off to my right, and just a huge knife. Yes, welcome to CaiLife. If you haven't been here before, then welcome. Today is just an unboxing video for something I'm very excited to get my teeth into, and that is the new release of the latest flagship GoPro model, the GoPro Hero 13 Black. Now, I'm going to be following up this video with more of an analysis and a review of the GoPro itself and all of the extras that we've got to play with. But this video is just for an unboxing, as you can see, and this really is a pure unboxing from the start. This is the box that it came in direct from the Netherlands. We're going to be unboxing everything together, and you can see exactly what you get when you're getting the GoPro Hero 13 Black Creator Edition bundle. Hey, you are going to see me taking multiple swigs from my coffee, Union beans, by the way. Now, I'm not going to go into all of the disclaimers that I will do ahead of actually reviewing the bits of hardware and software inside this box, but I will say that this is an unbiased review, and I'm making these videos just after the release of the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro action camera, and I'm going to have a little bit to say about the various reviews that are flying around YouTube at the moment, and why you might go for the GoPro over the Osmo Action 5, or why you might go for the Osmo over the GoPro. I have no particular bias in this fight whatsoever. Before we get to the actual unboxing, if you like what you see and you want to see more tech reviews like this and more in-depth deep dives, then please click like on this video, consider subscribing to the channel, obviously you know how much of a difference it makes, and click that bell icon because you know that will give you notifications for when a new piece of content on the channel drops. Right, let's do this. Knife at the ready. Slightly sinister, so I don't dox myself. I'm just gonna make sure, in fact, we don't even need a knife for the first part. Oh, it's a peel. It's a peel. The knife is redundant. It's a redundant knife. Dare say you might see the exciting contents of this box before I do. Okay. All right, we've got this nice overhead view as well, so you can get a bird's eye view. Not that there are many birds watching this. I didn't just get the Creator Edition bundle. I have got some optional extras as well that are rather unique to the release of this particular model of GoPro. So you'll see me getting those out as well. We're gonna unbox those because this is an unboxing video. Oh God, it's like Christmas. It's like early Christmas. Okay, let's see what we've got going on in here then. So, one of the optional extras, the GoPro ultra wide lens mod, will come to this in a second, and as I say, there'll be a full deep dive and review of these extras on other videos to come in the next week or so. Next to me there. I'm gonna go in reverse order of excitement. A battery, which I assume is an extra battery. I'd like to think that there will be a battery inside the actual GoPro part of the box itself. Now, this has kicked up some controversy, must be said, because it's a brand new battery for this edition in the GoPro range. Longer lasting, better battery life. Old batteries, all your old GoPro batteries will not fit in the Hero 13. The Contacto. So the Contacto is, again, a new release, but unlike the batteries, unlike the new Enduro batteries, these are, or this is able to be fitted to previous GoPro models. So this is a retrofit, and it's this is a very cool piece of gear. Actually, it's a very cool piece of gear. It basically, it's a waterproof way to keep the GoPro charged. So you just replace the battery door, and you can snap a power cable into this magnetic piece here. The extra optional mount, and again, another new release for GoPro in this iteration, in this gen, so to speak, the magnetic latch ball joint mount. Now this, we can't say really is a unique thing to GoPro. This already exists DJI got on top of this idea already in previous models of their camera. So this is a new feature for GoPro, but it's not a new feature to the market in general, but it's a very welcome inclusion. And last but not least is the macro lens mod. Now, once again, new, this is brand new for this release. This lens cannot be used with previous versions of your GoPro. This is exclusive to the GoPro Hero 13, and you'll hear that line said quite a lot once we do the deep dive, because that's the thing that really just about keeps this release from being too maligned. Okay, the actual GoPro Creator Edition bundle. Now this comes in its, look at this, comes in its own little bag. Let's get rid of the box now. And we can actually have these things out to play on the table. Should we lay them out? But here comes the exciting part. So let's unbox the actual GoPro. And there it is. The GoPro Hero 13 Black Creator Edition. Oh, beautiful. You've got to give it to GoPro. There's one thing that they do spectacularly well. It's presentation, and also details on the front. Something here, the optional HB series lenses, which we have 2 of here, but they're not included with the Creator Edition. It should be said, they're not included as standard. They are an extra. So let's have, first of all, a look at the macro lens mod. Now, a variable close focus wide angle lens. This is a brand new thing really for action cameras, and essentially it's an attachable lens with a zoom ring. So the idea of it is that it gives you the option to get focus on things that are very close to the camera, and then you can rotate the lens. Let's unbox it, and you can see this now. Is there a nice way for me to do this? I am such an impatient unboxer, and I'm trying to see whether there is I don't think there is a clean way to unbox these. This is like, oh, there is at the bottom. Oh, that was satisfying. Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh, if they all undo like that, I'm a happy, happy guy. Okay. So, I tell you what, we haven't even needed the knife. After all that, the knife is a complete redundant thing. Look at that. How beautiful does that packaging look? Oh, I mean, that's a lot of extra cardboard, to be fair, but that is a beauty. Look at this little housing that it comes in. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's very, very nice. It also comes with a little cloth to clean the lens with, as you can see there. Nice branded, embossed lens cleaning cloth. Is you take this little bit of silicone off, and you actually keep the lens in this case to attach and detach from the camera. So we'll experiment with this, but this is one of the most intriguing bits of kit for me. I think for both photography and videography and on the bike, this is a very exciting bit of kit for me. Let's put that to the side, shall we? God, it really does feel like Christmas. Oh, they do all peel off at the bottom. Oh, this is great. It actually means that I can preserve my packaging. I'm not sure that's a good thing, really. Just end up hoarding loads of packaging. Okay, a little description there of how to actually use the Contacto, and then here's the Contacto itself. Again, try to just exercise some patience. Okay, nice. So there are actually various forms of this. There's some more hardware in here. In fact, quite a few USB-C cables by the looks of it. Okay, so that's it for the boxes. So in this we've got a replacement door for the side of the GoPro. So you take off the side, you can see it's got a little USB-C insert there. So essentially you're just putting that into the charging port, and then you can snap. Oh, not like that, like that. Goodness me, that's satisfying. And this is waterproof. So with this door, And with that snap, this is a waterproof housing. So it makes, obviously, if you need to have charge for your GoPro whilst underwater, this makes it an option. Attaching it to a power bank, again, this is an option. And as mentioned, this is, as it says here on the box, compatible with the 13 black, the 12 black, 11 black, 10 black, and 9 black. So including this release, this is compatible with 5 generations of GoPro, that's a nice move. It's a nice move from GoPro. We've also got a nice longer magnetic to USB-C and a shorter magnetic to USB-C. So that's your Contacto, which makes it sound like some sort of X-Men character. I'm kind of here for it. The ultra-wide lens mod. Now, should be said that the ultra-wide lens mod is something akin to the Max mod that's already been or already available and you might have for previous versions of your GoPro. 177 degrees of ultra stabilized lens. Now this is only compatible with the Hero 13 Black, and it should be said that these lenses, these new lenses, one of the advantages they do add is an auto detection feature with the GoPro itself. So rather than having to manually go and adjust settings in the software in your GoPro when you attach different mods, the technology that they have added to the lens for these 13 black only bits of hardware is that they are auto detected by the camera itself and then automatically apply the best settings. Okay, so a bit like the macro lens mod, which came in its nice circular form factor. Got a smaller form factor for the ultra wide lens mod, and again the same thing here. So a nice little embossed cleaning cloth, just put that to the side. And exactly the same system here, so you just take off this little cover and attach this to the camera. Okay, let's see what's in this bad boy. Oh, and I'm not let down. Oh, I'm not let down. I love this. Has the tear off on the back. Here you can see on the back, it says everything that's inside. And it also details everything that the camera features. Now, this isn't everything that is new to the camera. This should be said. So there are certain things that are. So the lens mod auto detection, the 30 times burst slow-mo, that's a new feature. The 4 hours plus of 4K recording is obviously a new feature because of the new battery. Enhanced audio, that is a new feature, and that's about it. Everything else remains the same from the GoPro Hero 12. You can see here the optional HB series lenses. Of course, we've got the ultra wide and the macro. The anamorphic lens is not available yet, so no one can purchase that. Here is everything that is included. So we've got the camera itself, of course. We've got a spare magnetic latch mount, which is actually, that's amazing if that's in here, because that means I've got 2 and I wasn't expecting that. That's great. We've got cables, we've got the Volta, of course. This is not new hardware, nor is the light mod or the media mod. That's been around for a fair while, so there's nothing new to do with that. And obviously we have this case to go with it. No SD card with this. We do have a spare battery, which takes us to 2 Enduro batteries, but worth bearing in mind that none of these kits, whether you get the vanilla base model of GoPro Hero 13 Black or one of these special editions, none of them include as standard an SD card. Oh, God, it feels so weighty. It feels so weighty, it's so satisfying. Okay, so a nice zip bag. There's nothing else in here, by the way. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So the first thing you're presented with is this. Creator Edition must be updated before you can use it. So straight away, just an invitation to make sure that I've got the Quick app on my phone. And obviously once I've paired that to the GoPro itself, that will update the firmware on the camera. And I don't know whether the Volta needs updating. I'm not sure if that's a thing. Okay, underneath this, we've got the instructions for installing the app. We've got the instructions for installing the battery and charging the battery. and assembling the media mod, the Volta, and the light lens mod as well, which goes on the top. There's a nice QR code here, which has to complete setup, which is nice, always helpful. Oh, God, don't you just love it when there are things to peel? Look. Oh, unreasonably excited. I cannot be the only one that gets excited about a good peel. All right, God, where do we start? Okay, let's take the camera out first. I don't know if I can avoid not taking the camera out first. Oh, let's go. This is exciting because my last GoPro was a GoPro 11. So it's quite nice to see a GoPro again. Okay. We're gonna undo this next to this DJI mic here, just so you can hear. Is there a nice sound to the peel? Oh, I don't know if that was... Oh, there's one more. It says here on the back, your camera must be updated before you can use it. Lots of warnings about updating the camera. Oh my God. It's so satisfying. And there it is. The GoPro Hero 13 Black. God, they really are a thing of beauty. They really are. It's so satisfyingly made. I'm looking forward to doing a good deep dive on this. Can already look at the things that are going to be fun to talk about. Obviously the mount system with the magnetic latch at the bottom. We'll see whether there is a spare one of those in here. We'll take out the max lens mod. Like I say, this is not new. This is well, I mean, it's new for me, and this is new in the box, but this is not new tech. This adds obviously an extra external microphone. Also, it adds a hot shoe mount at the top. Also adds a hot shoe mount at the side, and various options for connectivity. So you've got a USB-C, you've got a HDMI out, a micro HDMI, I think that's called, and also your 3.5mm out for attaching audio, like the DJI mic. You take off the cover here on the side so that the USB-C can slot into this USB-C housing here. We've got the light mod. I'm a really big fan of the light mod. It's super lightweight. It's got this little cover which acts as a diffuser. I'm not sure whether this is going to have any charge in it now. Let's have a look. Oh, it does. Nice. It's a really useful light. It really is. We know that the GoPro and action cameras in general don't tend to be decent in low light. This doesn't necessarily mitigate against that in the grand scheme of things, but it really does help when you're recording in challenging lighting conditions, especially if you're vlogging. It really does help to add some extra light to your face. In fact, there you go. It wasn't even on the brighter setting. In fact, that's the brighter setting. It seems like we've got a flashing. I'm not sure why you'd want flashing modes, in all honesty. But there you go. On its brighter setting, it's not going to overpower the lights that I've got in here recording for the video. But I mean, look at that. You can see the difference that it makes on my face here, or even if I use it showing here, and I've got 3 lights on this top down. So you've got 2 lights here lighting me in the table, and then there's 1 light that's behind the camera. It makes a big difference. Sort of wary of trying not to rip this packaging. This might be the first packaging for anything that I've never ripped, if I can maintain that. Oh, okay, look at this. We have a whole layer of things underneath this layer. Oh, that's even more satisfying. Okay, well, let's look at this first of all. This is the Volta. Again, not a new release. This has been available for the GoPro for a little while now, but it's a useful multifunctional bit of kit. And I do believe that DJI have released essentially their own version of the Volta with their release of the Osmo Action 5 Pro. It's useful for various reasons. You've got a nice, this can open up as a tripod. So it sort of acts like a shorty, and this can stand up like so. But more than that, the Volta can be charged via USB-C, as you can see here, nice USB-C port. and then essentially that acts as a mobile power bank for the GoPro. So if you're out and about and you're recording and you don't have enough batteries, or the batteries run dry, you can just plug this USB-C in there and carry on your way. You can also use this as a remote for your GoPro. So if you're not necessarily standing next to the camera, you can use this as a remote. It'd be a rather large remote, but you know, it's nice to have that. We also have a tripod mount at the bottom. Again, you know, you can never have enough mounts for these things. And a mount at the top for the GoPro itself. Okay, inside here we've got a whole bevy of extra fixtures. So we've got another hot shoe mount and another door for the media mod. I think I mistakenly called that the max lens mod before. It's not, that's called the media mod. So we'll leave that with that. That basically gives it another USB-C outing there at the top. And that's your hot shoe with another GoPro style mount at the top. And well, okay, that was a nice surprise. An extra magnetic mount. Now I didn't know that I was going to end up having two, which is kind of perfect. And I will just give you a brief demonstration of how this works. Obviously you've got the folding fingers, of course, at the bottom of the GoPro, which means that it can mount, you know, as a regular mount to, say, the top of the Volta. You've also got, with those folded in, a tripod mount as well, which is, I mean, super useful. Again, options for days, you always want options, but now we have this magnetic mount where it just snaps in place, and it's a super strong mount. And the thing is, to release this, you actually have to pinch the sides here to release. And I can tell you that even whilst pinching, that is a strong magnet. Now, I think GoPro recommend that you don't actually use this if you're doing, say, heavy action, but that feels like a fairly strong mount to me. The other good thing about this is that it's reversible. So there you go. That can go on either way. It's a super cool bit of kit. And like I said, I'm kind of stoked that unexpectedly I have two. I didn't expect one to come with the Creator Edition, but that's great because it means that I can have one permanently on one mount or one tripod, and then have one on another and easily switch between. Okay, we've also got another USB-C cable in here. So we've got USB-C cables for days at the moment between this and the Contacto set. That's obviously to charge the Volta. I mean, it could also be used to charge the GoPro itself. And then we've got conventional mounts. So yet another standard GoPro mount in here. We've got an adhesive mount, which has got a slight curve. So you want to use that on something flat, maybe a helmet, or, you know, a surfboard or something that's got a curve to it. So another permanent fixture. A muff, a wind guard for your media mod. So if you're in a particularly windy spot, you can clip that on. And there you go. You get a bit of protection from the wind, a little bit more focus for your voice. Again, very good for vlogging, and again, I will go into detail on this in my review of the GoPro. The improved audio on this model sort of makes this kind of redundant in a way, because they've done huge improvements with the onboard audio with regards to focusing on speech. So slightly redundant with this one. Okay, hiding away here is yet another conventional mount. So two of those. And then we have two screws which take us to the end of the hardware on this. We know what this is for. That's just to attach your conventional GoPro mount, just to make sure it's nice and secure. So all in all, quite a lot of hardware. Remember, this isn't all from the Creator Edition. The extras here, the magnetic latch ball mount, the Contacto hardware, and the extra battery. In fact, everything off to the side here is an extra, but everything that comes with the Creator Edition, I think it's a pretty good deal. The last thing we have in here is what feels like quite a lot of literature. So this one that says have product questions. This is quite a thick booklet. Important product and safety instructions in various languages. So there is that. We've got a subscribe to get the most out of your GoPro. Now I kind of recommend this if you're a GoPro user. I do recommend it. Subscription is useful. Not only do you save money from pretty much anything you purchase from GoPro's website, but they also offer a camera replacement scheme. I think you can use once a year. I mean, it's a good thing to do. You also have unlimited cloud backup of your footage. And again, that kind of thing is super useful, especially these days with video sizes and file sizes getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You've got that here, no questions asked, camera replacement, unlimited cloud backup of all your footage, unlock premium editing tools on the Quick Mobile and desktop, and up to 50% off accessories and $100 off your next camera at GoPro. So there's that. Look at this. Stickers. Who doesn't love stickers? Now, I love stickers, even though I very rarely use them, but I think they might go straight onto the front of my MacBook. We've got 4 of them, white, black, blue, and pink. I'm keeping it basic there. There's probably more specific color descriptions of those. Cyan, hot pink. Is that fuchsia? I don't know, I've got no idea. We've got a warning card here, which is for the magnetic latch mount, I think. Which quite amazingly says on it, magnetic latch mount contains magnets. It's basically a warning for people that have pacemakers. So that's actually quite worth bearing in mind, in fact. That's actually quite an important one. I don't have a pacemaker, but I do know people that do have pacemakers, so I shan't be waving my GoPro anywhere near them. I cannot wait to bring to you some deep dives in this baby, in the camera itself. Look out for this. Check out the links in the description because they will take you to a proper deep dive into my use of this, what I think about this camera, how I think it might compare and sit in what is a very, very, very competitive action camera market right now. My use case as a photographer, videographer, and a cyclist, which I can't wait to use this on the bike, and also how these lenses, the macro lens mod and the ultra wide lens mod, will fare paired with this camera. If you've liked what you've seen, thank you so much for watching. Do drop me a like and hit that subscribe button. We're at around 750 subscribers now, and I'd love to see us get towards 1,000. Any particular questions that you guys have on anything in this Creator Edition unboxing, just pop them in the comments. I'm more than happy to reply to you, and I'm more than happy to make extra videos to go into any extra detail that I haven't gone into in this video. But until the next GoPro related video, take care, peace out, and see you soon.